So Bradford City have just extended their unbeaten run to 5 matches, winning 3-2 away at Walsall, and in today's video I'll be reacting to the victory. If you do want to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 80 likes on today's video, that would be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below on today's win. Very dramatic and absolutely awful start to the game, 2-0 down after 16 minutes, but then after that we seem to kind of wake up. Jamie Walker gets sent off in the second half and we managed to see the game out in the end. So much action happened, and there's a real possibility now of the playoffs. We are 4 points away from 7th place with a game in hand. You've got Bradford City in 10th on 63 points, Walsall in 9th on 65 points, but they've played a game more than us. Doncaster in 8th on 67 points, they've played the same amount of games as us. And then also Crawley on 67 points as well, having played 45 games. We could also still potentially catch Barrow, who are in 6th, they're on 68 points, but they've played the same amount of games as us. So Tuesday is massive. We need another win against Barrow. Knowing us, we'll probably get that and then throw it away in the final game of the season against Newport. But let's waste no further time and get straight into it. See, normally I start all these videos going through how both teams lined up for the game, but Google's lineup for the Saddlers is massively wrong. I'm going to quickly show it to you on screen, but I'm pretty sure Gordon is a left wing back and they've got him down as a central midfield. I'm pretty sure Folks is a centre half and they've got him down as a right wing back. Allen, I'm pretty sure he's a midfielder, they've got him in centre half. Pretty sure Sturck was playing in the midfield as well, so it seems to be all over the place. We'll go through Bradford City's lineup though quickly. We had Sam Walker in goal, a back three of Daniel Igoke, Matty Platt and Kieran Kelly, with Brad Halliday and Tyreek Wright as the wing backs. This graphic is slightly wrong again. We had Smallwood as the holding midfielder and then Walker and Poynton slightly further on, with obviously Cook and Kavanagh leading the line. On the bench we had Gilead, Adore, Tompkinson, Richards, Doyle, Smith and Chapman. We were completely unchanged from last week's 2-1 win away at Salford, and it's so frustrating that once again we're going on a really good run, whether we're winning games, drawing games, unbeaten run, but for the large part we are winning them. You know, we've won 4 out of our last 5, the other game being a draw. Them games you think back to where we could have got more points, we should have got more points in, and they're the sort of matches that come the end of the season, if we don't make it into the playoffs, we're going to look back on and think, how on earth have we not crept in there at the end? But I think even if we get into the playoffs, playing against a team like Doncaster at this moment in time is going to be hell. I think, what have they won, 9 games in a row, 8 games in a row, something like that. They are on unbelievable form, so that will be a very tough test. But I'm talking like we're already there. Let's actually go and react to this match first. You know, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Being a football fan though, these are the sort of moments that you live for, and the sort of moments where you support the team throughout the whole season. And if we manage to get into the playoffs after what for the large part you would say has been an underwhelming season, it goes to show how poor League 2 really is. But Walsall took the lead on at 7 minutes through Ryan Sturck. It's a brilliant strike, to be fair, but really poor from where you go. Okay, Brad Halliday nowhere to be seen as well, and it's actually the Saddlers who were on the counter-attack, and I thought in the first half their counter-attack was really deadly. They massively overran our midfield, and I'm not really too sure what the reason was for that, because it's a 3 versus 3 in the midfield, but they seem to have so much time and space. Someone like Hutchinson had the freedom of all of Walsall really at times in that centre of midfield, but I think it's actually Hutchinson who's driving forward with the ball. He plays it out wide to Sturck. Oyegoke should, in my opinion, notice that Halliday is really far up the pitch and stay in his position. He tries to stay with his man, playing everybody onside then as well, because he's not in line with the defensive line. He should step up, play him offside, and then go over and mark Ryan Sturck. He doesn't choose to do that. He might not have known that he was there. Sturck picks the ball up, and I think he Trevellas it into the top corner. It's a really good finish, but so disappointing from our point of view. For the large part, our defence has been very good, especially this back three over the last couple of weeks. So to concede a goal like that, it was far too easy for the Saddlers and was massively disappointing. And just 9 minutes later, they doubled their lead with an absolutely calamity of errors. I think it's their goalkeeper or centre-half plays a long ball. Platt completely misjudges the flight of the ball. It's allowed to bounce, and then it's Mo Fowl, the former Doncaster Rovers loanee. He was chasing after it. Oyegoke is trying to shield him, and Sam Walker is just rooted to his goal line. He stood there, and by the time, once again, he's made his mind up that he's going to come out and try and claim it, it's too late, and Fowl's got the header in before him. Oyegoke hasn't seen the keeper come, so I don't know why he's not just put it out for a corner, but he's trying to shield him. Really poor defending from Oyegoke, and I personally don't want him back here next season. He's okay for this level, but we need better than okay if we want promotion. And yeah, it's a good header from foul. To be fair, gets it over Sam Walker, who's left in no man's land, and I thought he had a really poor first half, but he massively made up for it in the second half. I thought in the second half he made 3 or 4 really good saves, but it kind of took us going 2-0 down to really wake up, to be honest with you, because it wasn't much further after that in the game when we managed to get an equaliser. Jamie Walker picks up the ball on the right side of the box, swings the ball in towards the back post, and Andy Cook gets his head on it, finds the back of the net. It's an absolutely outstanding header to be off balance and get it perfectly into the far corner. The Walsall goalkeeper and defender stood absolutely no chance, and obviously that was rattling loads of Walsall fans. They were giving him a load of abuse on Twitter, as you would expect, and thankfully, you know, once again he's managed to get the job done over Walsall. They hate him because they haven't got him anymore. They wish they had a player like Andy Cook still, because he's just too good, and he scores against them pretty much every single time. Andy Cook against his former clubs, it's basically nailed on that he'll score against them. Then after that, Walsall had a couple of chances. Isaac Hutchinson hit the post as well from a great strike. He dispossessed Tariq Wright far too easily, got the shot off, and thankfully for our sake, it came back off the upright. But we managed to level the game up just before half-time, around 5 minutes or so before half-time. Richie Smallwood puts a free kick into the box, into a good area. Andy Cook gets his head on it, and Jamie Walker is there at the far post. A very similar goal to the one we scored against Salford, just maybe a little bit more trajectory on the header back across goal, and Walker has a free header. And I think at League 2 level, from second phase of set plays, a lot of defenders don't really pick their men up, and there's question marks over offside. You know, I've only had the opportunity to see it once or maybe twice, but I personally think he might have been slightly offside, but again, we haven't got that perfectly inline angle to really make a judgment from. But a good finish from Jamie Walker. We were back level going into half time, and then into the second half, Jamie Walker popped up with another goal. He got an assist and 2 goals in this game, and we weren't done talking about Jamie Walker as well. 8 minutes into the second half, Bobby Poynton with some nice work on the left side clips a ball into the box. Andy Cook gets a header off. It's blocked by the Saddlers defender, and it comes to Jamie Walker, and he just smashes it into the top corner. It's a brilliant finish from him, and I said in my match preview, Jamie Walker loves a goal in a big game. And once again, Jamie Walker had provided that, but unfortunately for Walker's sake, we are talking about his lack of discipline again. You know, he's had a really good game for the first 67 minutes, but then he picks up a first yellow card for a really stupid thing. The goalkeeper's got the ball, he's trying to play it up the pitch, and Walker just either trips him up or pushes him over, something like that, and it's a mandatory yellow card, a really silly booking for him to pick up, but something that we've kind of come to expect from him. He does pick up a lot of these stupid bookings, getting involved in stuff that he doesn't really need to. And then I think it's only 5 or 10 minutes later then when Walsall are attacking down our right hand side, down their left hand side, where the player, I don't know who it was, cut away from Walker, and he just pulls him back unnecessarily. He's about 20-25 yards out, and Walker just pulls him back. It's a mandatory yellow card. I have no complaints about it, but it's so stupid from Walker because he gets labelled as his player who works really hard, but that is very lazy defending. If you're on a yellow card, don't then go and commit a stupid cynical foul to stop a promising attack. For such an experienced player, he keeps picking up these stupid yellow cards, and he even did a couple of these last season as well, which unfortunately lead to red cards. You think of AFC Wimbledon away last season, that was massive for us when he got sent off early in the second half, and I just think Walker needs to manage himself much better. But I think because of his age, he's not really going to change, and it's going to be massive that we are now missing him on Tuesday. When you look at the fact Alex Patterson's out for the season as well, we've not really got someone who can provide that quality that Walker has, and I hope he's really disappointed in himself because he had a really good game, and then he does something stupid which he's certainly got in his locker, and he gets himself sent off, and it's so disappointing. After that, it was basically just wave after wave of Walsall attack, and we were getting deeper and deeper. There was a moment where I think it was Knowles who came on as a substitute, whipped the ball in, and it went past Sam Walker and Oyegoke, hit the far post, bounced across the goal line, then Sam Walker seemed to tip it onto the other post. It was absolutely bizarre, and we were making more and more defensive substitutions. I think Tompkinson and Gilead were the first two to come onto the pitch for Bobby Poynton and Callum Kavanagh once that red card had happened. Then we also saw Clark Adore come onto the pitch for Kieran Kelly when he picked up an injury, and Lewis Richards came on for Tariq Wright to see the game out. But on the whole, we managed to get the job done. We are now 4 points off the playoffs with a game in hand on 7th. We can still catch 6th. Big game on Tuesday against Barrow, who are now without a win in their last 5. They've only picked up 1 point in them last 5 matches as well, so we need to get at them early. We're unbeaten in 5, they haven't won in 5. They picked up 1 point out of their last possible 15. I'm pretty sure we all know how that one is going to end. Moving on then to my player ratings, starting out then with Sam Walker. Had a really poor first half, but then had a really good second half. half and made so many saves that kept us in the game. I'll probably give him a 7 because he should definitely do better for Walsall's second goal. Could he maybe do better for their first goal as well? Close down the angle a little bit sooner, potentially. But in that second half, he did make a number of really, really good saves, so he gets a 7 from me. Oyegoke should do better for both their goals, in my opinion, and on the whole didn't particularly have a good game. He had some nice touches at times and was getting out of sticky situations, but I just don't think he was particularly amazing. I'd probably give him a 5. Matty Platt, I'm a big fan of Platt, but I thought again he had a pretty poor game today. I'd probably give him a 5 as well. Kieran Kelly, don't think was too bad. I'd probably give him a 6. Brad Halliday, I thought had a pretty solid game at right wing back. I'd probably give him a 7. Richie Smallwood, I thought in the midfield had a really, really good game. Massively goes under the radar, but we score again from one of his set plays. Out of possession, absolutely outstanding in them last 5 or 10 minutes. He's the type of man that you want on the pitch. Some of the blocks and tackles he was putting in were brilliant. I'd probably give him an 8, maybe even a 9. I thought he was really, really good, so probably a man of the match contender in my opinion. Moving on then to Jamie Walker. Goal, 2 assists, red card. Where do you even go from that? Because he's had a really good game up until the 68th minute or whenever it was that he got sent off, but then he's massively let the team down. I'd probably still give him a 7 because he's come up with 3 goal contributions that's ended up winning us the game. If it would have cost us, Walsall would have equalised or would have lost the game, then he'd have probably got less than that. You could maybe argue an 8, but getting sent off in such a big game, it was really stupid for such an experienced player, so I can't really give him any higher than a 7. Bobby Poynton, I thought was largely ineffective, has a big part to play in our third goal, but again, I just think away from home, he doesn't offer as much as what he does at home, in my personal opinion, so I'd probably give him a 6. Tyreek Wright, I thought had a pretty poor game. They might have had 1 or 2 nice moments down that left side, but defensively, really, really poor. Picked up a silly yellow card as well for time wasting, kicking the ball away. Again, our discipline needs to be much better. I'd probably give him a 5. Don't think he was really effective. Callum Kavanagh, again, very similar, really ineffective in the game. Couldn't really tell you anything that he did. Probably give him a 5. Andy Cook, I thought had a really good game. Scores the goal. Gets the assist as well for Jamie Walker's first goal, and then, would you class it as an assist for Jamie Walker's second goal and our third goal? Probably not, but I thought Cook did have a really good game, worked really hard as well, especially when we went down to 10 men. Cook was pretty much isolated up front, but he's still working hard. I'd probably give him an 8 as well. So man of the match for me between Cook and Smallwood. If Walker didn't get sent off, he would have comfortably got the man of the match as well, but could we make the playoffs? What do you think? Let me know down below. But I'm going to leave it there then for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and 80 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We're now on the road to 9,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed. If you haven't already, with that post notification bell on, it's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know down below your thoughts on today's win, and who do you think will finish in the playoffs? Obviously, MK Don's already confirmed to be in the playoffs. You got Crewe, Barrow, Crawley, Doncaster, Walsall, and also Bradford City, who could still make it into that top 7. Thank you all very much for watching. Best luck to Walsall for the remainder of the season. We might even end up coming up against them in the playoffs. But have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Peace.